Hi, I'm Sandy, and welcome to another day in Life with Sandy. Well, good morning. Today is Sunday, March 26th, and we only have one birthday. And I know I'm going to screw up your last name, and I apologize in advance. It's Clara Bonazza. 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 Clara, you knew I'd mess it up, but I think it's Bonazza. Bonazza. Clara, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Clara. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you have a great birthday. It's a good thing I was never a teacher because I would be messing up people's last names awful. There was I always remember, and I've told this before, my lab partner in my my biology class in 10th grade. His name was Hercules Jefferson. And when the first day of school, they always messed it up. But anytime we had a substitute, when they would take, because they did roll call back then. I don't think they do that anymore. But every class you went into, they did a roll call. And you remember, you used to have to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Not in high school, but in elementary school, we did the Pledge of Allegiance every morning. But and then when we went to Catholic school, we always said the Our Father and the Hail Mary. We always did that. We did that first, and then we did the Pledge of Allegiance. But anyway, whenever we'd have one and they'd look at it and then he'd always say, it's Hercules Jefferson, you're looking at it right. So he said when he was born, he was a big, big baby. And so that's why his parents named him Hercules. But he really wasn't he wasn't small, but he wasn't huge or big or anything like that. He didn't play any of the sports or, like basketball or football or any of the things at school. So I look back at my high school years and I think I wish I was more, I don't think I know. I wish I was a little bit more involved in school because, I was on clubs. I was in the French club. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I was in the Future Teachers of America club because I was going to be a teacher. I did get a partial scholarship, not a lot, just like a couple $100 scholarship to go to Eastern Michigan University. And I wanted to teach emotionally disturbed children. I think it's probably God chose me the right path because I don't have that much patience, and so that was not my field that I should have been going into. But I could have went into teaching of some sort. But I did go to college for 2 years. I went to a community college. I did get an associate's degree, which, big deal. What can you do with an associate's degree? But then I got married, and I decided that someday I'll go back to school. And I never did. I just never went back to school. But I had lots of jobs in my lifetime. I worked at factories. I worked at a bookbinding factory. I worked at a distributor for a magazine company. I worked there. I just worked at some regular factories, like a car automotive factory where you just did. I hated working in the factories, let me tell you. But I only did that when Jim was laid off because then he would stay home and watch the kids, and then and he would collect unemployment, and then they got sub pay for, if he had to go strike, they got extra money. If they had to go walk a picket line or something, he would get extra money, and then I wouldn't work on that day. But my sister-in-law at the time would pick me up, and I worked with her at her factory. Hated every minute of it. I hated every minute of it. But, I brought in some extra money. And then I worked at Montgomery Ward's, and then I worked at the health benefit place that changed its name like 6 or 7 times. And that's where I retired from. So all in all, I've had a good life. I really have had a good life. But looking back, I was in the counselor's office. I was an aide. I would help the counselors with different things. I was on the student council. I've told you my biggest regret was not joining the ski club because I love being outside. I love the cold. It doesn't bother me. And I really wish I would have taken up skiing. But I didn't do that. But not that I ever would have joined the theater, but I never went to a play. I probably should have gone to a play, and I really should have. I went to every football game, every single football game I went to. I never went to any of the basketball games or the swim meets or anything like that. But, you never know how your life would have changed how it would have been different. Just like one little mistake, one little step in a different direction, how your life would have changed. If I wouldn't have met Jim, I wouldn't have my children and my grandchildren. So you can always wish that something different happened in the past, but whatever choice you made led you to this moment in your life. And so you just got to remember that somewhere along the line, you must have made a smart choice, because here you are. And I live a good life. I really do live a good life. I do. And so I think I made some smart choices along the way. I'm not saying that I made some poor choices. Ugh, trust me, I've made a lot of poor choices. I always think of how much more money I would have right now if I would have been better financially. But then, would I be here? I don't know. You don't know. So you just got to take it as it comes. So, but I had a good week last week. I'll talk about it tomorrow on my video, on my meeting highlights. 2 more weeks. I get weighed in 2 more weeks. It's been 5 weeks. It's kind of hard to believe it's been 5 weeks since I've got weighed. And I do believe I have a loss. I do believe it. Like I said, 1 pound a week. So I do believe I've lost at least 5 pounds. And that's my goal, 1 pound a week. And learning how to read the signals of my body, not be so concentrating on the scale, but just knowing that every day is a new day, and every day is a new chance to do something a little bit better. Like some days I think that I'm a little carb heavy or fruit heavy, and my portion sizes are a little bit bigger than I really want them to be. But I do work on it every day. Sometimes it doesn't look like I work on it. Sometimes it appears. But I have days that I'm really, really hungry. And so those are the days that my portion sizes are really bigger. And then other days that I'm just not that hungry. And I know a lot of it has to do with I don't really get a lot of protein in. And I have a hard time getting protein in. I think that's why I have eggs every morning, at least to start my day off with some protein. And I always have like some sort of protein for dinner. But I do know that I'm lacking in the protein. I do know that I'm heavy on the carbs in the fruit. But I think my body requires it. I think. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, today, I don't want to make this video too long because I do have another video out. I hosted a collab for casseroles. It's called My Ace in the Hole Casserole. And I think that we ended up with 11 different channels, including mine, doing the casseroles. So I want to make sure I watch all of their videos because I appreciate that they supported me in the collab. And I want to get some different ideas of different casseroles that I can make. I do love a good casserole. I really do. I'm hoping that somebody has a tuna casserole. I'm hoping. But you know what? If not, my mother made the best tuna casserole. Jim doesn't like tuna casserole. Jim doesn't like tuna. So, but I'd like to. My problem is learning how to cook for just one or like 2 that I could eat it. I don't have a problem eating something 2 days in a row. 3 days in a row, I'm kind of stretching it. I'm kind of thinking, I don't think I want to have this for the 3rd day. But you know what? If you were to give me a piece of cake every day, I could eat a piece of cake every day. I would have no problems. Pizza, I could have a piece of pizza every day. No problem with me. But like my Mexican casserole the other day, as good as it was, I didn't want it the 3rd day. 2 days in a row was enough for me. So anyway, like I said, I have to watch the videos. So there's like 11 of them, and or 10 of them because I'm the 11th one. And then at 2 o'clock, Recipes with Roy is going live, Eastern Standard Time. So Recipes with Roy will be going live. And then at 4 o'clock, I have my family Zoom. And then for dinner, Jim and I are going to have some rigatoni. I chose kind of poorly because we're doing Denise's birthday dinner on Thursday, and I'm going to make spaghetti and mustacholi. But I pulled that out of the freezer yesterday for today. And it was just kind of spur of the moment that I decided to do Denise's birthday on Thursday. Her birthday is actually on Tuesday. So I wasn't sure that everybody could get together for that day, so we'll have to see. Tomorrow I have to call a plumber because my kitchen faucet sink is leaking. I think it's the garbage disposal myself because it only seems to leak when the dishwasher's running. So maybe it's something to do with because I think the dishwasher has to go through the garbage disposal. I don't know anything about it. Jim is just getting too old and cranky to climb, and he's a little big. Somebody had asked how he's doing on his weight because I brought him those cookies yesterday. Jim has not lost any more weight, but he has not gained any more weight. He's stayed the same. So I would like to have him lose some weight, but every once in a while you got to have a little treat. You really do. And Jim does not go out and buy himself treats. So it's like, I needed to get that for him. That's food is love in my family. I know that's like you have to learn how to figure out a different way to give. Jim will bring me flowers, which is fine, but I'm not gonna bring Jim flowers, because that's kind of like selfish because it's really for me. But but he's doing better on his way. But anyway, he can't get under the sink, and he's 73. It's kind of hard for him to climb under there and get all that done. So I'm gonna call a plumber tomorrow to get a free estimate to see what they think the problem is. And then I personally think we need a new garbage disposal. I cannot remember the last time we got a new garbage disposal. We've had, since we've moved here in 2006, this is our third dishwasher. I think this is the original garbage disposal. I really do. I'm not positive, but I do. And then lately it just sounds kind of like, oh, I'm done when you're running it. Just like, like it's reached its limit. So I'm going to call a plumber tomorrow and see how that goes. So anyway, check out the videos over on my collab. I'll leave a link to my channel over to the collab. And in that, you'll see all the links down below of where to go to find out the different casseroles that they're offering. Also, in the description box will be Recipes with Roy is also doing a collab with me and doing a casserole rather. And so you could click on his channel at 2 o'clock and go and see him live. So anyway, that's going to do it for now. So like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow.